to send love and tell you have a room here full of people who've just seen the film. And I'm going to pass this on to Isaac, but thank you for being with us. And
thank you very much.
I don't know if your class stood up, but maybe you'll do that in a moment. Okay, Isaac's a block.
Thank you, Alicia, for having us and for getting this all together. Ziad, it's good to see you. We're just I'd like to actually give one more huge thank you. I'm sure there's so many people here from the cast and crew. If we could ask them to stand up again and give them a round of applause, because they need to be acknowledged. Thank you all for being here. Not everybody's going to come up to the stage, but we do want to have a conversation. One of the things about the other Israel Film Festival that we like to do is really, the goal of it is to engage in the conversations that I feel are crucial after films, especially like this one. This film, I'm sure, will be a fabulous conversation. We have, sadly, less than half an hour, so we're going to keep it short. I'll ask a few questions, and then we'll open it up to a few of your questions. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce three members of the cast who will be joining Ziad here, Ziad virtually, of course. Ali Suliman, see you down there, coming up. Reymond Amsalem, see you up there. Evgenia, where are you? Get close. Are you afraid of me? Thank you all for being here, and thank you for staying seated. And well, I'm going to dive right into things. Ziad, I have to get this out of the way because it was mentioned that you can't be here for security reasons, and everything sounds a little bit fishy. I know you're a very open person, so if you could just tell us why are you not here in person with us today?
I know that was a question that was going to come up. Look, what can I say? I would have loved to be with you. I would have loved to be with the audience, and especially with this wonderful crew. This terrific crew, both the Israeli crew and the Palestinian crew, the Israeli actors and the Palestinian actors who really went out on a limb. I would have loved to be with you, but you understand that this has been a very sensitive subject because of the nature of the politics. I went a little bit, breached some of the laws because I believe that people who work in film, or people who work in the arts, should cross all boundaries. But at a certain point, it was starting to fire back on me, and I had to just carefully weigh my options. And with all the regret that I'm not sitting with you right now, because what can I say was, the least I could do was be there. But believe me, it's very difficult for me not to be there. But I had to take in consideration all the legal issues and the security issues. So this is how life goes.
Well, we only applaud you for making such a brave film. And
thank you. I was very, very anxious to see how the film is going to read in Israel, and I wish I had the chance to see how the film is going to be in the Arab world, but I will only get half of that satisfaction. And this is how it goes. So
I want to talk more about that as we move along. I want to talk a little bit about the making of the film, the message of the film, and finally the exhibition of the film, where it's being shown and how the responses are. Let's start with the actual making of the film, and I want to bring in the actors here a little bit and talk about how they got involved. And I think, Reymond, I'm going to start with you, because I find that your role is, in some ways, it has a statement a little bit as an Israeli Jewish actress who is playing the part of a Israeli Palestinian and how you approached this role and how you worked with Ziad on it.
Hello, everybody. First, I should admit that I started approaching this role with a lot of fears. But most of my fears was because, to me, she was a very mysterious character. And I wasn't sure that I will have the right answer for the question why she did what she did. But while working on the movie, I understand that there is not only one reason, there is so many. And the biggest reason for me was, the helpless feeling that you are in a place, you have a house, you have a life, you have a husband, you suppose you have everything, but you don't have a place that you can call home. And for me, it was, when I understood that, it was the trigger it was the key for understanding the character. And since I could, reach and answer in me and to understand why she chose not to bring children to this world and not to enjoy what she had, because she really couldn't. It was easier to play her, to understand her. But it was a hard journey.
I think one of the nice things about the film, Ziad, this goes back to you, is by this mixture, you've really humanized all these characters. And I think by casting Reymond specifically in this role, it's saying these people are anyone. And, not only a certain kind of person, the way a certain kind of person looks needs to be that person. It's going to be for instance, a terrorist. I want to ask Ali, if we can move on to your character. From your position, maybe this is also reflects a little bit on Ziad. There's a film that's being made by a Lebanese director who's coming in to tell the story of a Palestinian. How was that working? What was that interaction like? How did you work together on your character and on bringing this Palestinian story to life?
Well, for me, I didn't look at it as a Lebanese director. I don't care where he comes from, but I know that he's a great director. I saw his movies before, and I was really excited to work with him. And the whole process to work with him was really interesting. We worked together a month before we started to shoot. Every day we were spending hours and hours working on the script, and we become like a couple.
It was balagan, many times balagan.
A lot of fight before, so it was very interesting.
Evgenia, just one of the greatest moments I think in the film is that last scene between the two of you. And I think you portray there a moment of in a way maybe representing an Israeli perspective in the story, maybe just a general perspective from within the story. When you say to him, "We've done so much for you," and I think that's a crucial part of the understanding of this character. What was your understanding of that scene? I'll try to translate.
כשקראתי את התסריט פעם ראשונה, הדבר שהכי נגע לי ללב, ודבר שנורא רציתי להשתתף בו, זה שהתסריט לא היה פרו אף אחד. הוא פשוט היה עם המון שאלות, וכל אחד צריך לענות על שאלות, אין תשובות. ומה שקשור לסצנה ספציפית שאתה שואל, זה דמות שלי אומרת, ודמות עוברת תהליך. וזה סיום לפי לא הייתי עושה את זה in general, אבל לשתי דמויות האלה, זה סיום די הגיוני של יחסים אחרי כל מה שהם עובדים.
just to briefly try to summarize and translate when she read the script, one of the things she liked about it, that it wasn't pro one side or the other, it was just a story. And this specific scene is, she feels, the natural place that these characters needed to go to, and the natural ending of their relationship.